welcome to the next session of finite element analysis. In this session, I am going to solve a numerical of step bar with thermal effect. We are on question 9 of direct application of EME. Analyze completely the problem given below using directly the EME corresponding to that field. Now this is a figure given to me, both the ends are fixed, there are two loads applied here. The first bar is of steel, second is of brass and third is of aluminium. Its area is given, E value is given and alpha, that is coefficient of thermal expansion, is also given for each material. The value of P1 is given as 49 kilonewton and P2 is given as 20 kilonewton. And the temperature rise is given as 60 degrees Celsius. So when there will be temperature rise and also there will be these load applied, there will be some temperature stresses and strains generated in the body. We are supposed to calculate the value of the reaction forces, also the temperature stresses and strains developed. Now first let's discretize this body. I have element 1, 2, 3. I mark node 1, 2, 3 and 4. Two nodes at the two corners. These 2 and 3 nodes will come into picture because there is a change in cross section, there is a change in material and also there is a sudden loading. So all the three conditions fit in these two nodes. So we have marked two nodes at these 2 points. My first step is discretization. I will be drawing element 1, 2 and 3. Element 1 is between node 1 and 2, 2 is between 2 and 3 is between 3 and 4. This is H1, H2, H3 given to me in the question. Next we will go to step 2, development of EME. The equation is AE upon HE 1 minus 1 minus 1 1 U1 U2 raised to E is equal to P1 P2 raised to E. This is for step bar. Now since there is a thermal effect added in this question, so I will have plus EA alpha delta T minus 1 1. This is another term which is added here. This is your temperature effect. This is something that you have already studied in strength of materials. I will solve for element 1. Area will be A1, E1, H1. This will be U1, U2 raised to 1, P1, P2 raised to 1 plus E1, A1, alpha 1 and delta T is common for the entire body. Now when I substitute these values, I get the value as 10 raised to 3, 2100. All these values are known, so I think you will be able to solve it. Here also I take a 10 raised to 3 common and I get minus 151.2 and 151.2. Element 1 is between node 1, 2. So I'll mark 1, 2 here and also over here. Next I'll go for element 2 and 3. I get 10 raised to 3. 625 is the number which is multiplied inside. And here I get minus 60 and 60. Element 2 is between node 2, 3. Now for element 3, again 10 raised to 3 outside and the value I get inside is 375. And here I get minus 32.4. Here I'll have 3434 as the node number. Next I'll go for step 3, that is development of GME. I have a 10 raised to 3 common. I have node 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here I have U1, U2, U3, U4. P1, P2, P3, P4 plus this bracket. Now first I'll fill up this one. Element 1 has values 2, 1, 0, 0 between node 1, 2. Element 2 has value 625. And for element 3 it is between 3, 4, 3, 4, that is 375. These elements are 0. Now for this one, if you observe, here again I have first node. So first node has only one value because it is appearing only once. So I'll just write here directly minus 151.2. For second one it is 151.2 minus 60. So here I'll write down 151.2 minus 60 for the second node. For the third node I have 60 and minus 32.4, and for the fourth node only one value, that is 32.4. So this is how the values are supposed to be placed. Next I'll go for step 4, that is imposing of boundary conditions. The variables are U1, U2, U3, U4, P1, P2, P3 and P4. When I look at the diagram, first and the last node are fixed, and at node 2 and 3 there are two loads applied. They are labeled here as P1, P2. Don't get confused, they have just been labeled so. The value of P1 is given as 49 kilonewton and P2 is given as 20 kilonewton. Since their directions are opposite, I'll assume one as positive and the other as negative. So let's substitute. U1 is 0. I'll write node 1 is fixed. This is question mark. Same way U4 is 0. Node 4 is fixed. This will be question mark. P2 is 49 into 10 raised to 3 Newton and P3 is minus 20 into 10 raised to 3 Newton. These two will become question mark. Now I'll go back to this equation. My U1 is 0. So tentatively this one will be neglected. U4 is 0. So I'll neglect fourth row, fourth column. These values I can use, calculate U2, U3 and then revisit and calculate P1 and P4. So I'll write down 10 raised to 3 common. On addition I get 2725 and here it is minus 625. Minus 625 and 1000. U2, U3 is equal to 49 and minus 20 into 10 raised to 3 plus 10 raised to 3 is common here. Okay, here I forgot to write there's a 10 raised to 3 common, so please write that down. When I have a 10 raised to 3 common, I get 91.2 and 27.6 as the remaining two values. Okay, first I'll cancel out 10 raised to 3 because it is common to all the three terms. So this will be 2725 U2 minus 625 U3 is equal to 49 plus 91.2 minus 625 U2 plus 1000 U3 is equal to minus 20 plus 27.6. When I solve this, I get the value of U2 as 0.062 mm and U3 as 0.0464 mm. Then I'll revisit these equations. First term is 0, second term I'll multiply and then I'll equate. Similarly here first two terms are 0 and here I have into U3 and this term is 0 is equal to P4 plus this term. So I get 10 raised to 3 into minus 2100 U2 is equal to 10 raised to 3 into P1 plus 10 raised to 3 into minus 151.2. This gets cancelled I get the value of P1 as 21 kilonewton. Then I have 10 raised to 3 into minus 375 U3 is equal to 10 raised to 3 into P4 plus 10 raised to 3 into 32.4. When I solve this, I get the value of P4 as minus 49.8 kilonewton. Next is my check step, where summation of force in x direction should be 0. P1 plus P2 plus P3 plus P4 is 21 plus 49 minus 20 minus 49.8. I get this as 0.2 kilonewton, which is approximately 0, hence check. Last, I'll go for the stress calculations. The formula is sigma E is equal to E upon He minus 1 1 U1 U2 raised to E minus E alpha delta T. So this is an additional term for stress calculations for step bar with thermal effect. Now for element 1, this will be sigma 1 is equal to E1 upon H1 minus 1 1 U1 U2 minus E1 alpha 1 delta T. So when you solve this, you'll get the value as minus 21 Newton per mm square. When I justify this negative sign, it is 21 Newton per mm square compressive. Now for sigma 2, I'll directly write it is minus 139.5 Newton per mm square. Again, this is of compressive type. Sigma 3 is minus 166 Newton per mm square, which is 166 Newton per mm square compressive. So these are the answers that I obtained. With this, I end the session. I hope you have understood the numerical. If you have any doubts, please write to me in the comment section. I'll see you in the next session. Thank you.